Good morning, lunatics. Welcome to autumn. 1st of March, where I am. I've been ignoring this job for a long time. So let's get into it. I'll show you what we're going to do today. As you can see, yet another truly horrible day in Brisbane. The weather is going to be in the early 30s, I'd say, Celsius. Overnight was early 20s, I suppose, 22, 23 maybe. And today, I'm going to weed this. Still can't do much in the way of heavy physical work, so I figure if I sit down on a milk crate and pull weeds out, started a little bit yesterday afternoon. And I started there because the kids lost a ball in there and I haven't found it yet, so that's a good reason to do some weeding. Righto, let's get into it. Rightio, so have completed a small section and straight away we've encountered some things that will require digging out. You can see the garden edging come through here, so I need to, there's a stump there that I will probably cut out and dig out. Some roots, and quite a large one. Look at this one here. It's right out in the garden. The garden bed edge is over here, and there's this great big stump here. In the grand scheme of things, look, it's not that big a stump, but it is because I've got to dig it. And I hate digging. Anyway, we'll get it out, but I won't do this today. I'm going to concentrate on weeds today because I'm still not supposed to be on a shovel. So I'll just keep weeding along here, but this is unearthing more than I was really hoping for it to unearth. But anyway, it is what it is, and we'll persevere and we'll succeed in the end. Righto, so these things are bromeliads and they are super hardy. They don't have a shallow root system, well, they don't have a deep root system, sorry. They tend to just grow across the ground, and that has taken zero effort at all to pull these two heads off. They replace themselves very quickly, particularly in this subtropical climate that I live in. So pulling them out is not a bad thing because they'll grow back very, very quickly. You could cut that there and trim it off. Probably this one might be a better example. I would cut that there, sorry, and replant it, and this one will continue to grow. All you got to do is get a little bit of that stem under the ground and they'll grow so easy. There's 3 heads there. This one, this big one here, and this other one. So I might try and transplant them somewhere, or I might not, because there's hundreds of them in here. So there's not It's not like I'm ripping them out and there's not going to be any more in there. There's hundreds, so we're making good progress on the garden edge anyway. If you haven't been following along, yes, I'm sitting on a milk crate and doing it the lazy way, but I'm just 3 weeks now out of hernia surgery, so I have to be super careful. I'm leaving roots behind, which I'll dig up at a later date. At the moment, you just can't do it. So I'm trying to do what I can without causing any strain to the repair work that was done. And so I'm just taking my time and just poking along and pulling out what are essentially just really shallow rooted weeds and the like. The unfortunate thing so far is that there's lots of stones and pebbles and rocks in here. So I think at some stage the garden bed, let's see over here, was a gravel garden bed. There's gravel everywhere in there, so the palm frond just fell out of the tree with another one about to go. I hate palm trees, can I just say that? I really genuinely hate them. If I own this house, and I just rent here, if I own this house, there wouldn't be any palm trees, so I would have cut them down the first day I moved in, because they are messy. They don't provide any shade whatsoever, and I don't like them. So anyway, let's keep going. So this is the progress so far. I'm actually quite happy with the progress. I've ripped a lot out of there, but what I want to do is transplant some of these purple ones and the ones over on that corner there. I'm going to pull a few of them out and transplant them into here, just so we add an extra colour in there, because it's really green and lovely, and they've got these white flowers there, and the bromeliads themselves go red in the centre, like a purpley sort of red in the centre at times, and they look awesome. But it'd be good to have another colour in here. So those, I think they're called Moses in a cradle, I think, or something like that. It'd be really cool to have another colour in there, so I might transplant some of them in there later on. So we're getting right into the guts of it now. I thought I might have to do some Steve Irwin action at it by now, but no, crikey, no, nothing yet. And still no ball. I don't know where it is, but yeah. So if you see a white ball, sing out, will you? Still no ball. The kids' ball's gone. What have they got to play lacrosse anyway? I mean, what is that game? Why can't they play rugby where the ball is big and easy to find? I'll keep going. Right, so we've made it to the end. We have not found the lacrosse ball. It has disappeared into outer space. Here's the end. That's the end of the garden. It finishes at that fence. This tree here is well known for diving its roots straight down into pipework. Very, very invasive. So its life is been determined by that, and it's been penciled for removal. And that's a preemptive measure to stop damage to pipework, because they will seek out pipes and they will invade them. So there we are. All the brickwork has been exposed. We've got to go around and clean the edge up a bit now. But I've left a bit of a mess. And thankfully the kids have very graciously volunteered their time.
Yeah,
volunteered their time to throw all this in the trailer. Beauty. Chop, chop. Chop, chop. You volunteered. Thank you. Bye. Right, so the lacrosse ball has been found. The kid said absolutely 180% positive it went in there. I found it there. Doesn't matter, it was weeding day anyway. So let's have a bit of a look at what we've done. Overall, really happy with the result. Everyone kicked in at the end. Shell, the kids, everyone had a go. Still some cleaning up to do. There's a few rocks and stuff. We'll be picking rocks out of this for a while, I think. But yeah, it's got a nice edge on it now. We still have to dig this out, chop it out. And there's a couple of roots there. There's a root there, it's got to have to go. But overall, I'll probably need to trim that back as well, this little bush. It's a bit nasty looking. And then further around, all that is going in the next couple of weeks, because you chop them out in winter and they grow back for spring. So that's what happens with those. So overall, this is the end result. Just when I thought I'd nearly grown in all the bare patches, I've created another great big one to fix up. But that's okay, it looks awesome. Really happy with it. And it'll be easier to find things that go in the bush from now on. Moved one of the Moses in the cradle plants over. We might do a few more, but everyone's getting a bit tired. It's been a hot afternoon, so we've got some stuff to do inside as well. So yep, happy with the result. There it is. Next weekend I've got to weed this garden, which is fairly overgrown as well. That's a bigger job than this one, but this has got defined edges, so it's mainly just pulling the weeds out, and might even glyphosate a few the bigger weeds, or get the chainie out and chop that down, and maybe that one. But yeah, okay, so over trees, that one there is marked for destruction. It's going to go. This one on the edge of the garden bed, there's a fair chance it's not going to survive winter, because I'm telling you it's not going to. What else? So it's going to go. This one here is going to go. And the two behind it. So one, two, three, four are going to go, which will leave the palm trees, which the people who own this house love their palm trees. They've told us that any other tree you can knock down, they don't care about them, but the palm trees are going to stay. So that's going, and those four there are going to go as well. And there's a big palm tree behind it as well. So there you go. So that's the plans going forward. Might need to buy myself a pole saw to achieve that, because they're fairly tall. And I'd like to bring them down in little bits, because I'm standing right next to the house and I don't want it to come near the house. And there's also the power line that runs through the yard there. That's in the fall zone if I knock it down in one lump. So a pole saw, knock them down little bits at a time. That's my plan. Anyway, happy. Have a good day in your Lawniverse. I've had a good day in mine, so I'll catch you next time.